Thank you very much. 谢谢大家。
Well, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much, Majid. 大家好，大家好。Happy Mid-Autumn Festival. 祝大家中秋節快樂，中秋快樂。And for me, Mid-Autumn Festival is really about celebrations, and it's about reunions, and it's about families. And my fondest memory of Mid-Autumn Festival, or what is called in Chinese 中秋節, is sharing mooncakes. All of you are going to probably have a little bit of mooncake, but sharing mooncake. But that celebration is really about sharing my heritage as a Chinese Canadian and mooncakes with my friends from all over the world who are my friends and neighbors, and doing it so proudly as a Canadian. But Mid-Autumn Festival is also about reunions. And what is the reunion? Tonight, it is so extraordinary that we are having a reunion with so many of you in person, and certainly here with our Liberal family and the wider Liberal family of incredible volunteers. And this reunion has made possible, as Rajat said, by strong vaccinations, support to help our Canadian businesses and Canadians. And we've got to finish this fight. I know the Prime Minister, the leader, is going to talk a little bit more about that. But the final thing that is, I think, the most important thing about Mid-Autumn Festival and about Chungjeoji is family. And we're thrilled to be here together as a Liberal family. Now, families do celebrate together as we're celebrating the Mid-Autumn Festival, but families also stick up for one another. And over the last 18 months, we have seen the ugliness and the rise of anti-Asian racism. I remember seeing and hearing these stories. Many of you in this room have talked to me and my colleagues here about it. We've seen it across the Greater Toronto Area, whether it is a senior being assaulted or a young family telling me that they are worried about their young children being bullied, or who can forget that image in a supermarket where shoppers are shopping about and they are subject to racist ranting. And I remember speaking to the Prime Minister. I remember talking to him about what was happening across the country. I remember our conversation about the openness and the tolerance and what we must be doing together to fight against this at every whim. And that tolerance and that openness is so much a part of why my own parents chose Canada as the country to live in, because that's such a value that is just so important to us here in the immigrant community, and certainly as Chinese Canadians. And I remember you, Prime Minister, you're with me every single step of the way. Every step of the way, fighting intolerance and hate, all of it, in all of its forms and all of its kind. I remember the Prime Minister saying to me and encouraging me, and in fact my colleague, Bill Blair, and we convened roundtables all around the country with Asian Canadians about how we can tackle this together. Me with Asian Canadians along with our colleagues, Bill bringing together law enforcement so that we can actually find those solutions. And it's precisely because of that that we found $11 million was in our budget, responding directly to Asian Canadians. So here we are, celebrating Mid-Autumn Festival with a Liberal family, a family that is celebrating together, but a family that sticks by everyone's side and that's got each other's back. So let me now introduce my friend, an active champion for diversity and inclusiveness, a true leader who has shepherded us through a pandemic, a crisis that this country has not seen since in our generation. So, ladies and gentlemen, the leader of the Liberal Party of Canada, Right Honourable Justin Trudeau, Prime Minister of Canada.
谢谢 Mary。中秋快乐，中秋快乐。